I think my favorite things would be go to exhibitions and galleries, because obviously it's really good because they're mainly free. And I don't know, I mean, go to a nice chilled pub, live music and that sort of thing.
I really like going out clubbing. I like going to the cinema, going to the theater. I like shopping. Just really like hanging out, just like taking the night bus home with friends, you know. Yeah, I love eating out. Well, if people surprise me, they usually take me to like a fancy place, but I'm really not that type of person. I love a burrito place, I love a falafel place, you know. I like the simple things, you know, food that you would almost have as takeout.
I like going out to clubs and just kind of like discovering new places.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see myself as someone who likes trying new things.
I live my life to be adventurous, and I never regret about any past.
I would say yes, because sometimes I would prefer to try something new with a different person to try to experience new things.
No, I'm not. I don't like to like associate with like strangers.
The person who like to try a new thing.
I'm not. I prefer to stick with the things that I usually use. Yeah, because I don't think that the new products will be better than my favorite one.
Not really. Like, I try to pretend I am, but especially with things like food and things like that, you know, just daily things. I don't like to try new food or try new cuisines or, you know, try new clothing styles. I'm really I like a routine or something, you know, stable.
Yeah, I consider myself slightly adventurous. Yeah.
What
Depends. Adventurous in food and adventurous in, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this year my new mindset is trying new stuff and getting out of my comfort zone. But I'm not a rebel or a crazy girl, so sometimes I just stay within my comfort zone.
I think I like to try new things, but not when it comes to food.
Why not?
Because I'm quite picky with what food I like.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't really like to try new food if I don't know what ingredients it has.
Okay, so you're more like routine.
I'm definitely a person who likes to try something new. Not all the time, but usually, again, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I rather host than guest, just because I guess I prefer to give than receive.
Definitely be a guest, because I hate cooking. So, and also it's another opportunity to actually try different things. Because being a guest at different places is another experience.
Yes, or just sometimes, because I think that we'll get involved into that situation and we could be able to meet a lot of people. Yes.
Of course, I like being a guest.
And like a party or something?
Just in general, do you like to be hosted?
Yeah, I really like that. I like that, especially because, you know, at home, my mom would always like make sure that if I had a friend over, he's a guest, you should treat him like special. So yeah, I really like being made feel that I'm special and that, you know, somebody's hosting me. I like that.
Well, because if you're a guest, it means that you're invited to something, you know, and yeah, you get the chance to try something new that maybe you wouldn't expect that to to happen, you know.
I think I prefer having guests rather than being a guest.
And do you like cooking for your guests? Preparing food?
Yeah, especially if someone enjoys hosting me. I think that's the most important component of being a guest.
The best.
Definitely, being a guest is a wonderful thing as long as there's not too much attention focused solely on me. Yes, when I have something to host. I don't like to host people when I have nothing to give. So I don't do it so often, but I like to do it a couple of times a year, let's say.
So
I prefer intimate atmosphere for the simple reason that I like to discuss with people, interact, exchange ideas, and when the atmosphere around is too noisy, too loud, just basically, there is no human interaction. I'd rather go with something a bit more intimate.
I'm definitely enjoying intimate atmosphere because, as my husband mentioned, we cannot really talk when there is loud music. So, and also because my English is not perfect and my voice is very low and not strong enough, so I'm failing to speak when it's actually very crowded. And also in the crowded places, you need to have a very bright personality to be noticed, rather than when it's empty place, you are already shining and being a center of attention.
I enjoy the intimate atmosphere more because it feels better to surround yourself with your friends rather than like strangers, because you're more like comfortable to express yourself.
Better to stay in a small group of people because I think it's not crowded, it's not noisy. You can just like stay in the small group of people.
Enjoy an intimate atmosphere rather than the public place.
Actually, if there's like a really crowded public place, I get really shy, and I sort of have this need to like perform, and I don't feel quite 100% true to myself. I'm actually really shy in really public situations, especially if I don't know anyone.
No, I really dislike crowded places. Like, that's something I cannot deal with. Like, for example, the other day we went to a pub in Brixton and it was full of people, and it didn't suit me. I just like to sit down, calm down, have a nice drink, chill, and be able to hear what other people are saying.
I think it depends what kind of mood I'm into. So if I feel like I need my personal space, I prefer an intimate atmosphere.
Well, I have to say it totally depends on the day. On Sundays, I definitely prefer the intimate atmosphere. And when I get back home from work, I also feel kind of tired. So yeah, I want to stay at home. But otherwise, I also love crowded public spaces, definitely.
It really depends on my mood, but yes, let's say I do mostly. I like romantic dinners because the atmosphere is really nice with candles and everything.
Honestly, I thought I did until like everyone's kind of weirded out by my food, because like I have this concept of like wet food, which is like I prepare a meal but then I just like pour loads of mayo over it, pour loads of like hummus over it, ketchup and all that, and everyone's kind of disgusted. They always say it's too salty. So I don't like it because I get complaints a lot, but I would like to make like food for like my significant other or my kids, like say if we had like the same taste. I would really love that, yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I love cooking for people. I think it's one of the best things ever.
Oh?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, big opportunity to know them.
I mean, I enjoy eating, but not so much cooking because I'm really bad at it. And I haven't got a lot of patience, so anything that takes more than 30 minutes to cook, I'm just not doing. I adore people cooking for me. I mean, I'm Spanish. I like big, nice meals with elaborate ingredients and an elaborate recipe. So I mean, I'm up for any kind of dinner party or things like that.
I don't really cook for other people because I don't cook a lot.
Honestly, I kind of like always take time to cook. So like no matter like how much stress I'm under or how busy I am, I always take time to cook. It's just, like you take time to brush your teeth, it's just something that I have in my brain. Like you should take time to cook.
I have got time, it's just that I don't give it the importance it's got. So I just decided that maybe relaxing and watching The Simpsons instead of spending those 20 minutes cooking is a good idea. So I think I do have the time, I just don't want to.
Cook?
No.
No? Probably around 3 times a week. Because I don't really have time to cook.
It's nice, but I can't often afford it.
No. Like for example, like for example, going to the cinema, going to a concert, or going out in general is quite difficult for me because of course you have to pay the rent and all these things that are very expensive, transport, and for me it's quite tough. But I mean there should be other. I feel that in London there is just it's getting more expensive and more expensive every day, and at the end it's becoming a city just for rich people in a way. So it'd be good to have other things for a different class that which cannot really afford going to all these restaurants or whatever. Well, maybe go to a friend's house and go to a shop and make a dinner, which is is nice as well, but sometimes it's just like really enjoyable to go to a place where you don't have to make your own things.
Okay.
Maybe to a open space, like a square or to a park or something, and maybe go get some beers from a corner shop, like a license. And
Well, I prefer having drinks outside and lunch at home, but for the past 2 years I was in Tooting, and Tooting is the best place to go and have lunch. Any kind of meal. You've got like really nice Indian restaurants and Lebanese restaurants all in the same street, and I think it's a really nice place, and it's not that expensive because it's not central London. So if I were to have anything to eat, I would definitely go to Tooting. Well, as I said, like my mentality is having drinks outside, not food, so I don't really think about it that much, but I don't think I would be able to do both, like drinks and food, because that's just far too expensive, and obviously we're students, so.
My favorite places to go is to eat at Japanese restaurants, and I really like to go eat to Angel. I think there's a lot of cute places.
Well, usually I try to look for restaurants that are more mom and pop joints than something posh and fancy and too expensive for what I get, because I don't know, I kind of like traditional cooking, I guess. But also, if it's Arabic food, then I'll go there. I think I like to get to know new cultures and new tastes, but it's quite important for me that I know that I also get to know the traditional dishes of each culture and country. So not just some fusion something, but the basics of dishes. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, but I don't think anyone does that. I like to view eating out as a treat rather than.
I guess not. Because I prefer home cooked dishes more. I think the idea sounds really interesting, and I would be very much interested to join. My concern would be like how would you ensure that the cook the cooking will be really authentic and not just something made for profit, you know?
Do you usually have time to cook?
Definitely. I think people should eat outside more often. I'm not against cooking, but it's nice to have a whole experience. Like, that's it.